Hey, so it's Tom here, and today I'm going to talk about the Ides of March. It's directed by George Clooney, it's written by George Clooney, Grant Heslov and Beau Willimon, and it's starring Ryan Gosling, George Clooney, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Paul Giamatti, Evan Rachel Wood, and Marissa Tomei. So I'm going to leave the full plot synopsis down below in the description, but the film is essentially a political drama/thriller about an election campaign happening in the US. So the film is based upon a play. You can definitely feel that it's based upon a play. There are a lot of scenes where characters are just sat around in rooms talking, and they're the scenes that I really enjoy a lot. And it's because there are so many great actors in this film. Philip Seymour Hoffman and Paul Giamatti are wonderful character actors, and I could watch them all day. George Clooney has tons of charisma, and so does Ryan Gosling in the earlier scenes. And Evan Rachel Wood is a wonderful young actress. Watching Evan Rachel Wood and Ryan Gosling go back and forth with their dialogue is just so much fun. I could watch all these actors just sat in a room talking all day, and it would be wonderful for me. However, the film takes a turn. Partway through the film, it throws in a few strange conflicts which don't make any sense. They come out of this strange, contrived sort of way, and I didn't believe for a second that these situations that did arise would ever actually arise with these characters and with this situation. It just didn't seem natural or realistic to me at all. The first part of the film felt like it was really reaching for this realism aspect, and the way that it evolved partway through the film didn't make any sense. It didn't come from that same place, and it turned into this weird political thriller. It felt like a bit like an espionage thriller. It was really strange. There was a scene, for example, that took place in a restaurant kitchen, which felt like it was straight out of a spy film, and it just didn't work for this film at all. Some of the way that some of the characters acted after this as well, the way that they reacted to some of these situations didn't make any sense to me at all. Philip Seymour Hoffman's character acted very strangely and in this weird paranoid way which didn't fit with his character earlier on in the film. However, Philip Seymour Hoffman is a wonderful actor, and so he can add that extra level of depth and subtlety that is needed to make the transition feel more natural. But Ryan Gosling can't, because he doesn't have that same ability. And I've gone back and forth with him a lot recently. I talked about him very briefly in my Drive review, but I think I understand what the problem is now, and the problem is that he needs a director to really bring that great performance out of him, which George Clooney just isn't. He's not a good enough director. He can't bring that performance out of him like Nicholas Winding Refn could in Drive. And so Ryan Gosling ends up just being totally black and white. He doesn't have any subtlety, and it doesn't work. His performance didn't work for me at all. The ultimate problem with this film, though, is the lack of stakes. Essentially, if Ryan Gosling doesn't do what he's supposed to, he might lose his job, and he'll go and work at a consulting firm and earn $700,000 a year, which they aren't any stakes. I couldn't get behind that. I just didn't care, essentially. It's the same with all the characters. I didn't care about any of the characters at all. So I'm going to have to give this film a 2 out of 5. It started off okay, I was enjoying myself to a certain extent, but it kind of ended up feeling a little bit like empty Oscar bait to me. I just couldn't get behind any of the characters. Some of George Clooney's choices didn't make sense to me at all. But yeah, whether you agree or disagree with me, please leave a comment down below and let me know. Like my video, subscribe, it'd help me out a lot. Thanks for watching.